Hey guys, if you're shopping for knives and gear, make sure you check out the description of the video you're watching right now for links to some great online retailers. There's also individual links for knives that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another interesting knife overview to share with you guys. This is not going to be a review because I have reviewed the PM2 into the ground. If you are new to my channel and you're seeking a Spyderco PM2 review, I would suggest you check out my Spyderco Knives playlist and scroll down until you find my original PM2 review. It's a great knife. The PM2 is an evergreen knife. It's been popular for a long time. It will continue to be popular. This is a variant. In fact, it is an exclusive PM2 through River's Edge Cutlery. Now, as of this moment, it is not available. I like to talk about these sprints. You know, I understand people are like, oh, I can never get my hands on them because they're sold out in like 3 minutes. Yeah, they do go fast. So let me make this clear. If you want to pick up this knife in the future, because it will definitely be available again, you need to check out River's Edge Cutlery. And you need to sign up for their email notification system, or the email notification essentially, that allows you to be ready for it, because these will sell in minutes when they drop. This is perhaps the coolest variant of the PM2 out there, and there's a lot of information about this that's interesting. I actually just got off the phone with somebody over at River's Edge Cutlery that gave me some details, so we're going to talk about that. Thanks so much to my good buddy at Ricky_Hughes on Instagram for sending this guy in. Those of you who have been subscribed for a long time, you'll know Ricky. He's been around since day one. He actually used to be on the channel with me. He's gone on to do, of course, his own thing. Can't really expect Ricky to dedicate himself to the channel, but I appreciate him helping me in the early days. That was a lot of fun. Ricky has been a Spyderco collector for so long, and he seems to get his hands on almost every single interesting variant of every Spyderco knife out there. So I'm really happy that he does that, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to show you guys this. Thank you so much to my generous patrons who are supporting me right now. If you'd like to get your hands on some cool stickers and some other exclusive benefits, and there are a lot, please go ahead and check out my Patreon link down in the description. Your support would mean the world to me. And please follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay, so this isn't going to be a review. I'm not going to do the measurements. I'm not going to do the size comparisons. I'm not going to do the weight, anything like that. You guys know what the PM2 is, right? It's just kind of a waste of time. So, originally, these sold at River's Edge Cutlery for $170. This is the CTS 204P steel. Boy, that was a terrible stutter. Did you hear that? Terrible. The CTS 204P steel that has been PVD coated in flat dark earth, a flat dark earth PVD coating. What is a PVD coating? How does it differ from DLC? I wish that I could sit here and explain that to you. I can't. It is incredibly durable. You can look at it's something powder vapor something or other. Anyways, I think the way that it's applied is it actually is kind of sprayed on like it's applied in a vacuum chamber, and then it bonds to the steel. It is incredibly durable. It's one of those coatings where, you know, if you're looking at an M-Tech that you bought at a gas station and it's black, that's paint. It's gonna come off the first time you cut into a cantaloupe or something, you know, whatever. Something like this, you cut into something and there's a mark on the blade, it's likely going to be the material that you were cutting being pulverized against the surface of the blade, in which case you can just take anything any moisture and just wipe it off. That's actually something that the gentleman I talked with explained to me. But yeah, that is the case. I've used knives with PVD coatings, and they are incredibly durable. Here's the interesting thing about this particular one. You guys probably have noticed, you know, of all the Spyderco PM2 sprints, I've never seen one with a blade that was colored, you know, quite like this. It's either black or it's satin or it's tumbled or something like that, right? So apparently, at some point, Spyderco was considering doing other PVD coatings, and they had invited River's Edge Cutlery to do an exclusive and choose from one of two colors. And they chose flat dark earth. And they said, you know, we're going to do this maybe for a few other people. And then apparently this was so problematic that they decided to not do it again for anybody else but River's Edge Cutlery, which makes this double interesting. Not only is this an exclusive PM2 that will inevitably go quickly every time that they release it, which, by the way, their plan is to continue to do that. For those of you who get really upset about the whole, you know, there's only a few exclusives and then they're gone forever. So many sprints, right? River's Edge Cutlery is going to continue to do this as long as demand is there, which is great. That's fantastic. It's still going to be something that's going to sell out quickly and you still have to be there to get it, right? But they're going to keep doing it. So that's cool. But it makes it double interesting because nobody else is apparently nobody else is ever going to have this color of blade. So if you have one of these, congratulations, you've got an awesome variant. This is super cool. The PM2, I mean, this is, you know, it's a PM2. It's got the nice, you know, sort of pelican-shaped clip point, whatever you want to call this. Easy access to the thumb hole, wonderful ergonomics. You got the choke-up position. In this case, we have the peel ply textured OD green scales, and then we have black hardware. Some people were saying, you know, oh, it would have been cool to have satin hardware. It would have been cool. It would have been even cooler to have the bronze finished hardware. I think the black looks nice. I honestly don't have a problem with that. I think that looks great. You know, it's really cool. A lot of people buy this just so that they can have that FDE PVD blade or flat dark earth PVD blade, and then switch out, you know, the scales for the color that they want. I've seen a couple online that are absolutely stunning. If you put black scales on this guy, you have a completely and totally blacked out handle with an FDE blade, and that looks just fantastic. Something else that's important to know is that River's Edge Cutlery, their intention was for people to take these out and use them. Their intention was not, you know, of course, what people do with their knives is entirely up to them. I'm not suggesting that people who buy multiples to collect, or, well, people who collect them, you're not in the wrong. The people who buy them with the intention of flipping them on the secondary market, that's a little bit toxic. But River's Edge Cutlery, they said 100%. Our intention was for people to take these out and use them. The PVD coating is super durable. We're using 204P steel, which I think is an excellent choice for the geometry of the PM2. For anybody who doesn't know, that's a carpenter steel. It is essentially the equivalent of Bowler M390 and Crucible CPM 20CV with a little bit of variance in silicon. It's the end result is that it is virtually exactly the same thing as those two steels. I believe the Rockwell hardness is 61 on these guys, but I'm sure there are variances. In any case, this is 100% made to be used, and what an excellent variant, right? The colors and things, I mean, it screams, you know, take me out and use me in a situation where it's going to be dirty and dusty, right? And it's going to be durable. Of course, the compression lock is plenty durable. The knife is incredibly easy to manipulate. I will say that there seems to be, I imagine on the inside, it's been polished a little bit. Probably the area where the blade interact. I'm not going to take this apart because it's not mine, and I'm sure Ricky wants to keep it clean until he decides to use it. But the inside's probably where the phosphor bronze contacts the steel face of the blade, or the washers contact the steel face of the blade. It's probably been knocked down a little bit. But I will say this one seems to be a little bit tight. They may not all be like that, and in any case, they will probably, it just caught my background there, it will probably continue to break in over time, but it's still, yeah, actually, while I'm sitting here doing this, it's actually becoming easier. But, I mean, this is just cool. This is probably my favorite sprint. You guys might remember, they also do a pair of 3, or they did a pair of 3 in the past with the same coloration. Ricky got one of those too, and I talked about it on the channel, and I was just like, this is so weird. It's so different, you know. I like this. I want to take this opportunity to remind everybody that because they will continue to do this knife, because the demands will likely be there for this knife for a very long time, please do not go out and spend $300 on eBay for one of these. Don't do that. The less that people do that, the less that you guys go out and buy. Sounds like I'm pointing the finger at the audience, like, but if we don't do that, if we don't, as the secondary market, or the people in the secondary market interested in buying this on the secondary market, if we don't entertain folks who do that, then it stops. It won't happen as frequently. This knife, especially this exclusive, amongst all the sprints and exclusives, this one especially, you should not be going out and spending copious amounts of money on the secondary market, because they're going to do it again. They're going to keep doing it. So don't entertain those folks. What you want to trade for this, right? If you want to trade, if you've got knives sitting around that maybe are worth, however your value system works, if it's worth it to trade something that is, you know, considered of higher value than what this went for originally, and you just want to get your hands on something, okay. You know, that's something, you know, totally different, I think. But allowing people to profit off of this situation, I think what I want to do is help stamp that out and just make as many people aware that, you know, you can go buy these for a totally fair price. Do I think 170 is a fair price for this? Yeah. It's US made. This is a unique variant of a Spyderco, and you get an awesome coating on it, 204P steel, right? Yeah, it's just G10 and steel, but this is cool. 170 bucks is totally worth it. The standard PM2 right now is 150 bucks. Would I pay 20 bucks more to get something unique, especially with the FDE coating and 204P steel? Yeah, you bet I would. In fact, I'm probably going to be in line to get one of the next ones because I love the idea of putting a black scale on this guy and then using it. I think that would be really cool. This is literally the only version of the PM2 that I have been interested in so long. I have a PM2 that I use as a size comparison on my channel. It's just a regular PM2 that I put some aftermarket scales on, but boy, does this one look cool. Way cooler than this. Even if mine had the black G10 scales on it, this one looks way cooler. This isn't, you know, it's like I said, it's not really a review. If you're not used to my channel, what I normally do is go through, you know, it's about 20 minutes. Most of my videos are about 20 minutes long, and I, you know, go through, weight and measurement and blade thickness, carry profile, talk about the finish work, things like that. But this is all common information for the PM2. This was more so just going to be a discussion and highlight video and just some extra information about this particular knife. The people over at River's Edge Cutlery are extremely nice and extremely helpful. And I don't have an affiliate program set up with them, which means if you guys decide to, you know, because of this video, you decide to go check something out over there and you decide to buy something, I don't benefit at all. It's just my honest opinion. You know, normally I direct you guys to my own links in my description and say, hey, if you want to pick something up down there, it benefits my channel, which it does. If you want to do that, you can. But if you want to check out River's Edge Cutlery, I mean, organically and purely, I'm telling you, they were really nice to interact with and ready to give information and very happy to say, you know, yeah, we're going to keep doing this and this was our intention with it. And I like that. That's nice. It gives me a really good impression. And I've shopped at them before. Told the gentleman on the phone, I said, I think I've bought from you guys multiple times over the last at least 3 years. But I had never talked with anybody, so it was nice. They picked up the phone immediately and were happy to chat, so that's really cool. They've got a nice selection over there. They've got some other cool stuff that they do, so I invite you guys to check them out. But this is cool. I'm happy to take a look at it, happy to highlight it on the channel. It'll be going in the Spyderco Knives playlist. If you guys are Spyderco fans, I have a very extensive playlist of Spyderco knives on this channel, as well as extensive playlists of other things in this channel. But yeah, if you like Spyderco knives, this one's going to go on there. And there's also a lot of the other sprints and exclusives for the PM2 are also on that list, so I invite you to check that out. Not much else to say in this video. It was just something that I wanted to take a look at. Ricky said, hey, you want to look at this? And I said, yeah. So thanks again. Follow at Ricky_Hughes on Instagram. If you guys need if you need some positivity in your life, you need some motivation, Ricky is all about that, as is evident if you go and check out his Instagram. Wonderful person. But anyways, guys, that's going to be pretty much it. Be sure to follow me on Instagram as well. Hope you guys found this video at least mildly entertaining. Sorry if there's information that you were seeking that I did not provide in this video. I can assure you that there's extensive information on the PM2 itself in other uploads. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.